What's up, everybody? Back again. Try number 2, Spear Hiking Trail, northbound Thruhike. I never posted the video, but I was here last year in May trying the exact same thing, except I only made it 130 miles or just short of Beaver Bay before I had to tap out because of my knee. But we got a better plan, and trail's in better condition now here in the end of September. So anyway, yeah, got to hike back out 2 miles, and then we're gonna get going. Now it seems like a pretty good time for an update. So we are a little over 10 miles in. Just stopped at J. Cook for a little first break, lunch, or I don't know what you want to call it, just some snacks, I guess. We're gonna walk about 10 miles now until we get to Unimpressive Overlook, and then I'm gonna post up there for a while and have some chicken salad and tortillas. That sounds ridiculous. Chicken salad and tortillas for lunch there, and then I got about 6 miles, I think, ish, to the Spirit Mountain campground where we're gonna stay tonight. It's like 1 almost now. Got about an hour and a half later start than I wanted, so Jesus, you guys are getting blinded. So yeah, we're running a little behind schedule, but should be fine. Rolling a little after dark at the campground. That's the plan anyway. I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. What's up, everybody? Doing another check-in. I am about 15 maybe miles in so far. We got like 11 something or 12 left to go before I'm done for the day, and I have about 5 hours to do that. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see. It's probably gonna be a little bit after sundown by the time I make it to Spirit Mountain, so shouldn't be too bad. I just did the first real climb of the day. Cross a creek down here, and then big down, big up. Now I'm at the top, working my way down to the St. Louis, a couple miles along that, and then back into the hills for a little bit. Anyway, yeah, just cooking along. Today is definitely the hardest day that I have for pretty much the entire hike, which really sucks because that's not the way you want to get started, but because of the way the campgrounds are set up around Duluth, it kind of had to happen this way. But we're banging the trail out. We're just gonna keep doing that, and I guess we'll make it there when we make it there. I'll take breaks when I want to. Peace out. Just finishing up my little walk along the St. Louis here, but the trailhead back there, I was reading on the SHT sign, they were saying 13.4 miles left to the Spirit Mountain Recreational Trailhead, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm going to be going to the campground at the top of the mountain, I think that might be a couple extra miles longer than it really is for me today. But either way, that hurt to see that when it's already fucking, I don't even know, 3 o'clock. Long way to go yet. All right, well, okay. All right, well, we're just going to keep moving. Might have to make our little stop for our chicken salad torts real fast, but we'll see what happens. Whew. All right, less than 2 miles now from Spirit Mountain. Duluth in the background over there. For the first time, we can see Lake Superior. Oh man, I'll tell you what, 26 miles on the first day is tough, but less and less and less for the next couple days. So yeah, I gotta get to camp, get set up, and get a spot before it's too late. So might see you at camp, or we'll just see you in the morning. Anyway, peace. Good morning, everybody. Day 2 now. I ended up making it to Spirit Mountain Campground at like a little after 8 p.m. or something, quite dark when I got there. So for any of you people who are planning on staying there, just know that the office that's there, it closes at some time, I'm guessing around sundown, because they were long closed by the time I got there, and they do offer envelopes for you to pay cash, but you got to have exact cash, obviously, which I did not. So I figured, oh, that's okay. It said just come back when they open in the morning to pay card, and unfortunately for me, they don't open until 10 a.m. and I got a 20-mile day to get to Bagley today, so that was not going to work for me. I checked again before I headed out this morning down the spur trail to get back to the trail, and still closed. So I left my number on there and told them the situation on there. So hopefully they will give me a call and we can figure something out. Either I give them my card number, or if they're chill like that, maybe they'll be all right with me just coming back after I finish the trail to pay them, because I know their campground will still be open. So I guess that's just something we're gonna have to find out later on. But yeah, definitely keep that in mind if you're planning on staying at Spirit Mountain Campground. Also, if you do stay there, it is kind of nice because the trail itself, last year I did the regular trail because I had a different plan. You hike all the way down Spirit Mountain to get to the chalet, and then they fucking send you straight back up Spirit Mountain, straight up the mountain along a creek, which I'm along right now. But so yeah, anyway, this is kind of a ramble, but just a clusterfuck this morning and last night kind of, so hopefully today's a little better. We're gonna try and eat lunch in Brewer Park, and then we are gonna eat dinner at Angie's place down in Canal Park, and then 4 or 5 miles and we're at Bagley. I'm gonna sleep it off. Hopefully the drunk college kids don't come fuck with me, but hey, it's all part of the experience. I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Sorry, I got one last thing that I forgot to add about Spirit Mountain. So when I calculated the mileage for day 1, I had written down that it was about 26.5 miles from the southern terminus, and that's including the double back that you have to do to walk in the 2 miles and walk back out, you know, because they had Spirit Mountain sitting at about 24.5-ish on the brand new SHT maps with the mile markers on them. So I figured, you know, plus minus a half mile, 26, 27 miles, something like that. Well, when I got to Spirit Mountain, I was sitting in my tent. I looked at my phone to see what it said I did for the day. Almost 32. And so either they're way off on the mileage for the maps, or my phone was just bugging out yesterday, which I doubt, because every time I've compared my mileage on my phone to my friends who have Apple Watches and Fitbits and whatnot, it's always about the exact same. So I think that the SHT people were a little off when they were making their mileage for that section back there. Anyway, yeah, just be prepared for that. It's not 26.5. It's definitely closer to 30. It's definitely closer to 30. So I was quite dead yesterday on a day 1 doing 30. So 20, if it actually is 20 today, will feel really nice actually. Anyway, yeah, I'm at the top. I'm right next to 35. I can hear all the cars whipping by. So we're gonna just keep moving. I have enough time today with sun and everything that I'm just gonna kind of rest and take my time when I'm not feeling so good, since I got the whole trip ahead of me yet, and yesterday kind of took me out a bit. But yeah, we're gonna eat dinner, relax. I'm gonna try and get to Bagley a little after dark, honestly, if I can, or right around dark, because I don't really want to be sitting around camp tonight, since it's just in a college park. It's going to be kind of a cluster. I think if there's too many people wandering around, they're going to come and fuck with me or something. Who knows? I just really don't like the Duluth section. I mean, it's beautiful, but the logistics of hiking it is just an absolute nightmare. Anyway, out of Duluth tomorrow, and a couple days of woods walking till 2 Harbors, and then you guys are going to get to see a lot more of me, because I like taking videos when I'm on an overlook, not just in a green tunnel. Anyway, so probably see you guys when I'm at lunch at Brewer Park, or something happens in between. I'll let you guys know. Peace. Hello again. It's about 11:30 or so. Pretty early yet. I just finished the first half of Brewer Park. We're in the little tunnel under the road now. I don't know, I think we're probably gonna walk maybe a mile or 2 more, and then we're gonna stop 12:30 for lunch up on an overlook or something. All I'm eating is MRE pizza, so I'd like to eat it somewhere good. But yeah, MRE pizza, and we're just gonna cruise on to Anger Tower and cruise down to Duluth so I can get a beer. Peace. What's up, everybody? Just sitting over here in Brewer Park having a little MRE pizza, and that looked delicious. They're all right, but I'm looking forward to taco and beers for sure tonight. And plus I got to charge up some stuff. Hopefully they can set me up next to a plug or something, because my phone's at like 30%. I don't really want to use battery bank stuff if I don't have to. I do have 20,000 milliamps, but I also am not going to get to charge again until like 4 or 5 days from now, so I'd rather save all that. And I need to charge up my Garmin a little bit because I left it on last night. But anyway, so we'll get there. I'm doing all right. I opted to sit in a shaded spot over the overlook because I'm all sweaty. I have to drink a second Gatorade Propel thing to get some more electrolytes because my shoulder straps are all salty looking and my back is completely wet and salty looking. So trying to take care of ourselves, take it easy. We don't have a whole lot more to go today. I know once I get to Enger Tower, which is just a couple miles from here, it's really fast. You cruise down the hill and then you are cruising on sidewalks and bike paths and stuff for a couple miles, so you go real fast doing that. So I'm not really worried about time as much today. I think we're going to be plenty good on that, but just got to keep moving, make sure I'm taking care of myself. So I'm going to enjoy this. Peace out. All right. Just got done taking a little rest up at Enger. Luckily there was a drinking fountain there because I ran out of water, so that's nice. Now we gotta give the bell a ring. And we are off. Gotta go down and get a beer. Alright, everybody. Properly intoxicated for the rest of this hike, as we would hope. Drank 60 ounces of beer in about an hour and a half. Little Angie's place, or Little Angie's. I keep calling it Angie's place because I'm thinking of Sister's Place and Grand Marais, and I'm combining the two. Regardless, it's called Little Angie's. Good little Mexican place run by white people, but it's still good. Anywho, not a lot left to go, maybe 3.5 miles max. Bagley will be done for the day. I'm just gonna rip her. Good morning, everybody. It's like almost 9 in the morning. I got started probably 25 minutes ago, walking through Hartley. Got up early this morning, like 6:30, and then I don't know, I wasn't feeling the best, so I kind of just went to the bathroom, got some water, and relaxed. And I spent like an hour and a half talking to one of the other guys I shared camp with last night. He's coming southbound. Joe was his name, but he was a really chill dude, and it was really nice to talk to some people coming from where I'm headed so they could give me some pointers on what to expect. So anyway, yeah, we're just getting going. I don't know, we were planning on, the schedule said that I had written down I was going to stay at Lone Tree tonight, but I'm thinking I'm going to probably try and push the extra few miles to get to, holy ravens, push the extra couple miles to get to the Sucker River. So I might eat lunch, like a late lunch at Lone Tree, and then push to the Sucker. That way I can kind of wash some of my clothes and maybe dry them out if I have time. And also make it so I can try and trim a day off this trip, because I think it's definitely possible. I'm feeling really good today, so we'll see what happens. You know, things can change, plans can change, but I got some days to play with, so we're gonna try and see what we can get going here. Anyway, I'll probably catch up with you guys maybe after I put in maybe 5-10 more miles, something like that. We'll see. Might see something cool. So anyway, catch up with you guys later. Hello, everybody. It's about 10:45 or so a couple hours in now. We just passed the Martin Lake Road trailhead, filled out the register, all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, not really looking forward to these next couple days. There's not much to be said about it, except you gotta walk on snowmobile trails and walk through the trees with no views, so that kind of sucks. But hey, it's part of the trail, right? So you just gotta rip it and get her done. Make the 2 harbors, and then we're gonna have nice vistas and overlooks for the rest of the time. So just 2 days of this. So on today's day 3, so day 5, we will be sleeping at Crow Creek Valley, just a little bit past the start of the section 2 harbors to Silverback. So that's what we're thinking about. We're just gonna kind of put our head down and knock this section out. I don't know how long I have till Sucker River. I really haven't been checking any maps or anything. Just gonna keep walking, you know. It's early enough in the day. I'm not really worried about it. I'll probably eat lunch at Lone Tree, which is actually where I was going to sleep today, but I think we're going to try and cut a day out of the trail. So we're going to put a couple miles in today, and a few days we'll put in a couple extra more miles, and we'll just get her done. I don't want to be out here for 19 days. I already miss my girlfriend and my dog and everybody back home. So if I feel like that on day 3, can't imagine how much I'm going to want to be done on day 19. So we're going to try and cut a day off and make this an 18-day thing here. All right, well, I got a road walk, so I don't want to get clapped by a car, so I'm going to focus on what I'm doing. See you guys in a bit. What's up, everybody? I'm just sitting here right outside a Bald Eagle campsite, waiting on ramen with the applewood smoked tuna to rehydrate. Probably is now, but I'm just giving it a minute, you know. Yeah, I decided to stop here and eat. Mainly because it's lunchtime. It's like 12:40 or something, or maybe almost 1 now because I've been here for a little bit, but it is what it is, you know. I'd rather eat now and hike whatever 7, 8 more miles or whatever it is to Sucker instead of walking another 3 now and eating lunch and then only walking 4. I don't know. Yeah, we're just kind of doing what we want here, but this is better. I'm pretty hungry. Oh, and also back there, there was a hidden little pothole, little mole hole or something. I kind of hyperextended my knee a little bit. It didn't hurt at first, but it's kind of starting to give me a little issue now. And just because of what happened last year, I'm just going to take it easy and stop, and got my shoes off here, and I'm just kind of stretching out, relaxing. Yeah, the trail here, the snowmobile trails and stuff are fucking way better than they were last spring. Way better. Like, it's not even the same trail here anymore. Like, I can throw up some clips from last year, but there was like a boardwalk that was completely submerged, and I tried to do like a hop and a skip to get over the submerged section, and I ended up slipping and almost dumping it and my entire body into the water. So yeah, there was tons of water on all the snowmobile trails. My shoes were just completely soaked the entire day. I remember when I was on the section, and today no water to be found on those snowmobile trails, which is very, very, very nice. Hopefully we get some better water coming up here, because I'm almost out now that I've made my ramen. Because I think the Lester River is up ahead here by the next campsite. That's like half a mile away or a mile or something. Try and filter there, and then hopefully if I just filter like 1.5 liters or something, I should be able to make it to the Sucker, because I know the Sucker's got water. That's cool. That's nice and clean. So anyway, yeah, that's the plan. We're just gonna eat lunch here, kind of take a minute, pack up slowly, and then probably just cook. We got the road walk, Lismore road walk coming up here. I know after that, then you hit a snowmobile trail and you walk like straight east for a while, and then you go straight north for a while, and then the trail kind of curves before you get to Huron Pond, and then a little after that it curves back up and you hit Sucker. So yeah, we'll see. Might end up at Huron Pond if I'm not feeling it. If I'm feeling it, we're gonna be at Sucker. Peace. Hello again. Just finished not really finished because I'm still on the road technically, but we're off the highway or whatever now, off Lismore Road. You know, last year I remember walking on the left side of the road, so I was walking towards traffic or whatever cars that were coming by were facing me, and I remember it being extremely hot and just sucked. Well, this time when I came off the people's driveway that had the trail going through the yard, I look and I see a SHT sign and a little beaten down path. There was a whole path through the trees and the grass in the shade on the other side of the road. Never saw it last time, but I was sure happy to use it this time because I'm getting pretty sweaty. Not as sweaty as yesterday, but definitely sweaty. Drinking a lot more water today because I'm just so sick of being all cramped up at night. I've been cramping pretty much every single day. Hold on a minute, I may have gone off trail here. Alright, I am back following blazes. I don't know what happened. Apparently the trail kind of ducked off the road I was just on somewhere, and I just straight up didn't see it. So, anyway, my map was saying I was on the trail basically, so I was very confused what happened. Anywho, yeah, Sign back there at a parking lot on Lismore said that it was 6.7 miles to a Normana road. Haven't had a chance to check the map to see where that road is in correlation to the sites I'm looking at for tonight. I would really hope it's very close to the ones I'm going to, because that would be very nice if I could just walk about 7 miles or so and call it a day. I'm doing okay, but you know, I wouldn't mind getting to camp a little early and dry out my shirts that have been damp ever since I started hiking. Maybe wash them in the river too, that'd be really nice. But anyway, so I'm just gonna keep trucking along, keep trucking, and I'll catch up with you guys probably at camp. Maybe if something happens, I'll pull the phone back out, but I'll probably see you guys at camp. We've got ourselves a pine marten, or a fisher. Oh, there he goes. Good morning, everybody. It is day 4 now. I ended up staying at Lone Pine last night, which is what I had in my itinerary. I kind of hyperextended my knee, which I may have said yesterday, I don't remember, but you know, I just started to feel the knee a little bit. I probably could have pushed to Sucker or Huron, but I just figured since it's so early in the trip, I don't want to have a repeat of last year, and I need to finish this time, so we're taking her easy today. We're looking at probably, my plan was McCarthy, but it sounds like the water there not so good, so I'm gonna go like an extra mile to Ferguson. Apparently the water's a little better there, so yeah, day 4, going to Ferguson. It is about 25 miles to Ferguson, so, and we're getting a late start here, 8:50. I hung around a camp. I shared camp with 3 people last night, all very cool people. Jim and Jan from Fargo, and then Stray. She's a solo through hiker. She's heading down to Martin Lake Road, and then she's almost done with the trail, so good for her, good for Jim and Jan, completing a section of this trail they haven't done before. So yeah, it was a great night. Had a little fire, got to relax at camp, so that felt good to get to camp a little earlier last night, like 4 or 5 o'clock, somewhere in there. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna put this away now and try and take down some miles early on here. Peace. What's up, everybody? Yeah, sorry I haven't really been checking in much today. I mean, I kind of just cruised out of camp this morning since it was another little bit of a late start. I mean, I'd like to start hiking earlier, but the sun doesn't come up until 7, so I don't really want to hike with my headlamp in the morning, but maybe we'll try something else. Maybe I'll get up at about 6 and try that in the morning. But, you know, it was nice. I got to hang out in camp again with Jim and Jan and Stray for a little bit, and then I caught up to Jim and Jan because they're also going north after a little bit, so I got to say goodbye to them again. So yeah, that was cool. I was gonna stop and make another check-in video at the Sucker River, but there was 2 overnight hikers there that were hanging out by the water at camp, so I didn't want to be weird and start recording a video next to them. I just kind of did a quick stop and got water. I really haven't stopped much today. I did one other little short 10-minute, 15-minute stop to eat some granola and trail mix earlier, but I'm about halfway to McCarthy or Ferguson. They're both pretty close to each other, so not doing too bad. It's I don't know, I think it's getting closer to 2. It's probably 1:32, somewhere in there. I'm having little pulled pork torts today. It's actually really good. This is like chicken salad torts and pulled pork torts they're like not a bad lunch, honestly, out here. It's surprising how good they are for being pulled pork out of a bag. But anyway, I'm kind of running low on water. I got a little under a liter, more like half a liter, but I'm like 2 miles, I think, from Big Bend, or 2.5 miles. So probably gonna, after this, cruise up to Big Bend, get some water, maybe eat some more snacks, and then rest a bit, and then cruise the rest of the way. Probably just bypass McCarthy and just go straight to Ferguson, because that's on the Knife River. Apparently the water's a lot better on the Knife right now. So yeah, I mean, we'll check it out, see what time it is when we get to Ferguson. Yeah, I don't know. We may push to Stewart, but I don't see it. I think, honestly, I'll probably just end up at Ferguson tonight. That'd be fine. It's still actually ahead of schedule, so I'll be okay with that. All right, I'm going to enjoy this now. You guys have a good one. Catch up later. Hello, everybody. Here I am at 12 Mile View, but as you can see, the view is supposed to be right there. When I was here in the spring, it was, I would call it a 12 Mile View, but any other time of year when there's leaves, I would say more like a 120-foot view, but that's okay. It was definitely pretty. I feel like this whole day today has just been like deja vu. Like, I passed a section, like this morning, I passed a section, I'm like, oh, 12 Mile View's coming up. Because it was exactly what I remembered the trail looking like right before it, and then just never came. So I was like, maybe I missed the sign, you never know. And then I was looking at the map earlier, like a few miles back, and I see 12 Mile View was up ahead, and I'm like, oh. And then I got to it, literally looked the exact same as what I seen earlier this morning. So I don't know, it's been a few times like that. I mean, the trail is just kind of a green tunnel popping in and out of these more shaded forests into like previously harvested forest with just saplings everywhere. So a lot more sun today than I would have liked, but that's okay, you know. And yeah, so we're just kind of cooking her out. I'm not even sure how much I have left. I think, let's see, it's 5:20. I think if I stayed on pace like I have been, I think I was gonna get there at like 6:30. So, you know, like another hour and 10 minutes of hiking, I'll be at Ferguson. I'm gonna just bypass McCarthy. It's only like less than a mile in between the two. And from what I've heard from Stray last night at camp and from Gritty 2 nights ago at camp, that the water there is a little musty, a little stagnant, little floaters on it. So I think I want to be somewhere where I can, you know, have some solid water, so I can start tomorrow and end today with good water. Tomorrow is it's like a similar mileage to today. It's gonna be like about 24, 25 miles ish. The problem is that Crow Creek Valley, where I'm staying, apparently no water at all, just dry as a bone, which absolutely sucks, because Reeves Road is also like the Reeves Falls campsite, or whatever they want to call that one. That one's apparently also dry. So realistically, what I got to do is get up, walk about 6 miles, maybe 5 miles from Ferguson, and then like camel up at the Stewart River, like camel up big time, just drink a ton of water. I'm probably going to fill up both water bottles to capacity, fill up my bag to capacity, and just hike heavy. Really unfortunate, because then I have to hike like another, I don't know, 18 miles almost, or 19 miles with another snake, with yeah, like 4 liters of water on me. So that's going to be really, really not a great day. But after that is the day that I'm going to try and turn this into an 18-day trip, because I have 2 really small days planned in a row. So I might just try and add like, I don't know, like 6 miles to each day or something. Not even really to the one day, but it's very doable to get rid of a day on this trip, and I definitely want to do that, because I don't know, I mean, I love being out here so far. This has been just a way different experience than the last time I tried this. I'm having way more fun. I'm actually talking to people and seeing people. Like the last time I saw like one group of backpackers from Martin Lake Road all the way to Castle Danger, pretty much. And I only saw one group camped at Gooseberry, so there was just nobody on the trail. It was just me and just some deer basically last year, which kind of sucks, because this is a lot better now, being able to meet some new people and get info about what's coming up. So hey, if I hadn't seen any of these people, I would have gone into that Crow Creek dry, and then I would have been very donezo with no water. So I'm thankful for that, but definitely miss my girlfriend big time, so I'd like to see her as soon as possible. Anywho, I'm gonna finish this day out. We're almost done, you know. Yesterday was like, if I had to classify that yesterday, I would just call it snowmobile trail day, which is really shitty. I hate walking on snowmobile trails because you can see forever, so it feels like you're going nowhere. And today I would call it clear-cut logging forest, because that's all it's been pretty much, except for just recently here by 12 Mile. Anyway, this is a long little clip here, so I'm going to cut this short. I will see you guys at camp. What's up, guys? It's day 5. I realized that I've kind of dropped the ball on the vlogging for today. I got up at normal time, you know, like just before 7, and I kind of rolled out of camp fast because the water source last night, I'll put up the video, there was kind of just a puddle, and there's a bunch of little trout fry swimming in it, so I had some of it, and it had a dankness to it, if I'll just put it that way. So I tried not to drink too much of it because I didn't want to get sick. Even through the filter, it had some dankness, so I hiked to Ferguson in the morning, like real quick, and drank a bunch of water there and had breakfast. Yeah. And then I just got done having lunch at the Stewart River. I'll put up what I had on there. I'll put up a picture. It was just a MRE Mexican wrap thing. Not the best, but put a little buffalo sauce on it. Not bad. It eats. Anyway, so yeah, that was my last water carry. As you can see, I got my last water spot for the rest of the day, actually. So I sat there for a long, good while, at least an hour, maybe even a little more. And I just dropped down in water, had my lunch, and now we have to go about 17 miles, mostly road walking, honestly, about 10 miles if it's on the road, and get to Crow Creek Valley, Crow Creek Valley, and there's no water there, so I'm hoping that by the time I get to there, I have around 2 liters, maybe 1.5 liters, and I should be fine. Hopefully it's a little cooler than it was yesterday, so hopefully I don't need too much water for the rest of the day. But we the last 2 or 3 days, it started like 2 days ago, really. All of a sudden my shoe just really started pressing on my ball of my ankle. I may have said something about it previously, but it wasn't that big of a deal before. I just kind of relaced the shoe on my right side a bit, and it was doable. But today, it is not so doable. It's really been getting to me. I'm only about like 8 or 9 miles in on the day, and golly, every step is not fun. I put an extra sock on that foot, so now I have 3 socks on my right foot, and I also Gorilla taped some toilet paper to where it's rubbing on my foot to try and give me some more cushion, but it's not doing good. And it's hopefully when I kind of stop doing these huge days here after today, it'll be able to kind of just recover if I'm spending more time at camp each night, and maybe give it a good soak. That should alleviate some of this. Hopefully the shoe will just eventually kind of start to get a little bit more gaped. It won't be so tight. I don't know, it's not even that it's tight, because it's very loose. I tried like almost unlacing the entire shoe and it was still rubbing. So I don't know, I've tried a couple different things. Nothing's really worked that well so far. It's still very painful on that foot. It slowed me down tremendously. Usually I walk anywhere from like 2.5 miles an hour to 3.5 at like my peak. I'm usually somewhere in there, and today I've been walking slightly over 2. Right now I'm walking probably closer to 2. So yeah, I'm almost up to where the road kind of cuts down and I start heading back towards the lake. I'm definitely gonna be eating my dinner at Raven Point or Raven Overlook. I don't remember the name of the overlook, but it's right. It's like the first overlook you get once you get to that Two Harbors to Silver Bay section. So yeah, that's the game plan. I'm really sorry about the not recording, but yeah, day 5. It's a little afternoon now. Forgot to record in the morning. Camp was not the best last night. People kind of crawled into their tents really early, and I've been trying to stay up to about 9 p.m. so that I don't wake up in the middle of the night. And it's kind of hard to do that when everyone else is sleeping and you got to be quiet. Anyway, yeah, so we're just gonna try and truck through today. It's gonna be kind of painful. It's a short day tomorrow and a short day after that. If I can make it to Chapin's Ridge tomorrow, then I'll be able to hit my resupply a day early. Should be nice, because that means one less day I have to wait for a burger and a beer. And yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm just trying to get through today. The trip's gonna get a lot better after today. I just have to keep moving and try not to think about how much my foot hurts too much. Hopefully it's something that'll just kind of, my foot will wear the shoe away or something. I don't know. I might have to have my dad bring up my old pair of Hokas. These are the new, I bought these brand new for the trip, and I went on one overnight, little in and out, 36 miles, 18 in, 18 out, just to try and break the shoes in before the hike. No problems. First 2 days, 0 problems with the shoes. I was really happy with them until now. Now I've been quite pissed at the shoes all day, because this never happened with my other Speed Goat 5s. Speed Goat 6s seemed way better because they're a lot more durable. But if they destroy your ankle, it's not really worth it. So I don't know. We will find out though, and we're just gonna send it. Peace out. I don't know how well I explained it in the last one. Basically, Stewart River to Gooseberry is dry. So it's like 20 miles of no water on the trail. Kind of sucks. I have 4-liter capacity. I'm cameled up and I filled up all my capacity. No air bubbles in any of the water bottles or the bladders. So we are maxed. And yeah, we're just going to try and preserve the water the best we can. Hopefully I can make it to Gooseberry with some water left in the bottles so that I'm not super thirsty when I wake up in the morning, because there's no way I can go the extra 3 or 4 miles it is from Crow Creek to Gooseberry today, because I already am doing like 24, 25 miles again. And this is my last big day of the trip. I'm gonna have a couple of hard days because I'm doing like 17 with some big climbs, and I'm doing another like 16 and a half or 18 maybe with some big climbs, but that's like 2 days for the rest of the trip. Everything else is 13 to 16 miles, pretty mild. If I get going in the morning, I'll be able to go slow and stop a bunch if I have to let my foot heal up, because this is no good with this shoe. Don't know what happened, but I might try and look some things up on Reddit or something to figure out what's going on here. Whew. I'm gonna try and find some solution, because this is not gonna work. I don't think I can walk another 200 miles like this, so we're gonna have to figure something out. This ain't working. Go to a sandal or something, I don't know. Because the rest of my body is feeling really good except for that one spot on my ankle. So, that is all. I will see you guys at Ravens probably, because no reason to show you guys while I'm walking down the road. Not much to see. Looking forward to some overlooks though. Hello everybody. I just wanted to give you guys a little update on my situation. So I don't know if you can tell on the video, but I'm back to, well, not back to my pace from yesterday by any means, but I'm closer to like 2.5 miles an hour now versus like around 2 or even a little under. And I'm able to pretty much step without pain on most steps. So it's like, it was yesterday almost. What I ended up doing was my tape and toilet paper cushioning with the extra sock was not cutting it. That basically did 0 to help me with the pain, but I took another sock. I kept the extra sock on, so I still have 3 socks on that foot. Liner, sock, and then I also took my other hiking sock, and I rolled it up and put it under my heel to kind of lift my foot out of the shoe more and keep my ball of my ankle above where it touches the shoe. And so far, that's been working. It definitely keeps my foot at a weird angle, so I'm a little nervous about what that might do to my joints walking too much on a you know, uneven feet. One foot's flat and the other foot's sitting at kind of like a, I don't know, like a 1-inch heel or whatever, or half-inch heel. So this definitely isn't a permanent solution. This is more of a get me through today type solution. But anyway, this morning when I set out, my plan was hike to Crow Creek. Still is the plan. Nothing's changed there. The only thing that has changed is that I don't know if I'm gonna try and get rid of a day off the trail anymore. I mean, nothing would make me happier than to be able to see my girl one day earlier and just be done with the thing a day earlier too. But you know, if pushing that makes it so that I run into something like this later down the trail, I don't know if that's a good idea. So what I'm kind of thinking is I'm gonna see how I feel in the morning. I'm gonna try and just go regular sock combo tomorrow, just how I've been doing it every other day. See how she's feeling. I might still wear 3 socks on that foot because that will give me a little extra padding. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe if it's not feeling good again tomorrow and I have to fucking do this goofy rolled up sock heel thing, then I'm probably just gonna walk to, like, I don't know, Gooseberry and do like a long, like, hour, 2 hour, maybe even 2.5 hours hanging out at Gooseberry, like take a river bath and clean my body because I am so grubby. Every shirt I have stinks. All the clothes I have reek. So I might just take a river bath, clean my clothes, soak my ankle. Like, it's not a pain like a joint pain, you know. I know what joint pains are, and it's more of like a, you know, I take 40,000 steps a day doing this so far, and it's like 40,000 times my shoe is pressing up against my heel or the ball of my ankle, and it's just gonna bruise it eventually, probably start swelling, and then I may have bigger problems after that. So I just don't want this to be a lingering thing because I have a lot of trail left to cover. So I'm thinking it's gonna be kind of up in the air here, because I'm just glad that this trip is so much different than last trip. I have the ability to do whatever I need to do to make this thing happen, you know. I'm not, last time I was on this Reeves Road, it was like 11 o'clock or 10:30 at night, dark, headlamp on, and I'm like, I gotta make it to Silver Creek tonight so that I can do a huge day tomorrow, so that I can potentially make it to where my dad's meeting me. And it's like, that was just a cluster. I was just pushing myself way too hard, and it just, my body was like, yeah, you're done. So we're not gonna let that happen again. We're gonna do what's best for me to keep me in the best condition, because if tomorrow it's not feeling good and I'm able to take a really slow, light day that I planned and, you know, clean all my clothes and soak my body and recover my ankle, and then I can go back to hiking without an extra sock balled up in the bottom of my shoe, that would be ideal. That would be extremely ideal, because I think walking with this extra sock could give me a knee problem or something, you know. I'm uneven, so, you know, I have to look at my walking asymmetry or whatever on my phone and see what it's saying after today. It's probably not going to be the best. Oh man, they got a little water. What do you mean there's no water at Reeves? Look at that. I don't know about filtering it, but you definitely wouldn't be done for if you stayed here and ran it out. Oh man, that's a little mucky. Also, I was thinking, everybody's been telling me there's no water from Gooseberry to there. I'm like thinking to myself, there's got to be something in between there. And I'm thinking, the encampment River is like one of the very few wet water crossings on the SHT. There's a million rocks that you can kind of just jump over to get across. That thing is like 30 feet across and a couple feet deep. So I find it very hard to believe that river is completely dried up. That is not likely to me. I bet there's water there. So I don't know. maybe it was a waste to carry this, but I'm trusting the people that came that way. I feel like they would have remembered that, you know. I haven't really talked to any like experienced SHT through hikers yet. Everybody I've talked to is from out of state, or it's their first like through hiker, you know what I mean? They're just not very experienced on the trail, so they may have just forgot about the encampment altogether. Who knows? I did. I forgot about it until, like, I don't know, right after I was walking away with this fucking 8 pounds of water on my back, or almost 9 pounds of water on my back. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Very muddy, very muddy. Somehow, no water in the rivers, but very muddy. Doesn't make much sense. Okay, once again, another 6-minute video, but gotta make up for the no morning video, you know what I mean? See ya. Hello everybody. So I just finished the gun club road walk and the lake, Forest Lake road walk, and yeah, so we knocked that shit out, to be honest. I was sitting at Reeves Road, and I ended a FaceTime with my girlfriend right before I started walking, and I just checked. So I did that in like about an hour and a half, and it's like 5.4 miles or something, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Granted, it's all on the road. Now I've got a little over 7 left to go until we get to Crow Creek Valley, but luckily I had stopped and talked to a guy who was just finishing up a weekend hike at Reeves Road parking lot, and I asked him about the encampment, and he said yes indeed there is water that you can filter there. So that was amazing. So I drank a bunch and then dumped my bag. That made that road walk go a lot easier. Oh, you know, it's okay. Oh, my feet are definitely feeling really sore, but the so far my sock trick is working for my ankles. We'll see if that continues now that I'm off the flat ground. Might get a little bit hairy now that I'm hitting some incline with some uneven ground. I might be touching it quite a bit more. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna walk about a 1.2 or 1.4 to the Ravens Rock or Ravens Overlook. Still don't know the name of it, but that's where I'm gonna make my spaghetti for dinner, and I'm just gonna sit there and eat. Because then right after that, come off of that and you cross the encampment, and that is where I'm gonna camel up for camp, because I know there's probably not gonna be water at Crow Creek campsite, so we will camel up and bring our water then. But hey, that was like, what, almost 7 miles that I don't have to carry that extra water, so thank you, sir. I never caught your name at the parking lot, but you saved me some weight and made my life a lot easier on my last big day, so I appreciate that. Oh, fucking A. Sorry, just all kinds of debris on the trail here. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I might talk to you guys when I'm sitting there eating my dinner. I'll find out, but see you in a bit. What is up, everybody? Oops. So I just passed over the encampment just a little bit ago. I'm like, I don't know, a couple miles. Just climbed up this ridge here. You got a nice little peek through the tree overlook, kind of. It's very pretty though. Yeah, so it's pretty late. It's got to be, yeah, it's 7, so it's pretty late. I stopped for like an hour 15 probably at Ravens Point. Had my spaghetti for dinner. FaceTimed with my girlfriend and her family for just a little bit. They're doing some work at our house. And yeah, just kind of relaxed and enjoyed that first overlook that I've had since before Bagley, so day 2. So it's nice. Oh man, it's so pretty. anyways. Yeah, well, I'm failing. All right, anyway, yeah, so without further ado, I basically now am gonna ridge walk along this hill, mountain, whatever you want to call it, for a while, and then I kind of come over the other side down into the Crow Creek Valley. Got to go down and cross Crow Creek. Dry as a bone is what I've heard, which it usually is, so I'm not surprised. Anyway, yeah, we gotta cross that boy and then go climb up Castle Danger. It's definitely gonna be dark by the time I get over there. We gotta climb up Castle Danger, and then once I get past that, it's Crow Creek Valley campsite is right there. So yeah, I'm not sure how much further I have to go. Probably in the realm of 3 to 4 miles, something like that. So nothing too terrible. It's definitely going to be after 8 for sure. Probably closer to 9, I'm assuming, by the time I finally roll into camp. So that'll be okay, because I already had dinner, and I really don't have that many overflow snacks from my previous days. I got a couple, so I might eat a granola bar and then set up tent, hang my food, things like that. Just real quick, but oh yeah. Yeah, see, that's so beautiful. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna do something like that. So I probably won't make another video tonight, so this is kind of your last little glimpse. I might put some pictures up from Castle Danger if I can see anything when I get there, but we're just gonna do that. This is really pretty. I'm looking forward to the rest of the hike now that I get to kind of relax and enjoy it. So we'll catch up with you guys tomorrow, most likely. Peace. All right, good morning, everybody. It is day 6 now. It's about 8:30. I slept in today till like 7:40 or something, because my game plan is to go about 3.4 miles this morning to the West Gooseberry campsite. I'm hoping that there's nobody there by the time I get there, but there might be. It's pretty popular sites. I mean, they're right on the river, so they're really pretty. But yeah, this Crow Creek Valley campsite is where I stayed last night. It was dry, as I was told, which is fine because I still have like over a liter of water. I ate dinner and then filled up at the encampment, so just drank about a liter almost in the last like 5-ish miles that I hiked last night and throughout the night, so not too bad. So yeah, we're gonna hike these 3 miles. I'm gonna eat breakfast by the Gooseberry. If there's nobody there, I'm gonna wash my clothes and wash myself in the river. Also, if there's sun down on the bank so I can dry the stuff out, I will be doing that. If there's no sun, then I'll probably just eat breakfast and soak my feet maybe, and just kind of take a little leisurely morning, little meal there. But if I can't do it there, then I'm definitely going to the Split Rock Wayside today, because I have to do the little bypass or detour or whatever, since the bridge is blown out on the Split Rock still. So yeah, we'll be soaking somewhere, because I don't know if you can see the shirt is just as bad as the other one, if not worse, and it's got salt marks all over it, and all my socks and underwear and shirts and everything stinks. I stink. I'd really like to get cleaned up today so I can be not so gross when I go into town tomorrow, because I definitely am going to Chapman's Ridge today. I think it's really not that far, and my foot's feeling way better. I think after a slow day and a couple soaks, maybe that thing's he's gonna be ready to go. I'm really glad I figured out the sock thing though, because that could have honestly been a trip ender if I hadn't figured out a way to walk without it hurting every step. So that's where we're at. We're gonna be at Mike's Rock here in a little bit. It's not a great overlook. There's a lot of trees there, but we'll see. I just made it to Mike's Rock, as you can see by this extremely weathered old SHT sign. And You know, it's an okay overlook. It could lose some trees. 100% could lose some trees, but this thing is sitting in here. His Stardust calls. I have no idea what this is. And there's a little mailbox too on the back side of this. So I have no idea what's going on here. I don't know what any of that stuff is. I don't know. It said make a call and tell us your story. I'm like, call who? What are you? I don't know. But I'm not doing anything like that. We're just gonna keep walking. Mike's Rock ain't really the place to just hang out and bask in the glory, really. And I'm kind of hungry since I haven't eaten anything yet today. Haven't even opened up the food bag, just took it out the tree and threw it right in the pack. Somebody at camp last night when I got there. So I was trying to be as quiet as possible. I set my stuff up real quick and then hung my food and made a call to my girlfriend and then just snuck back into camp and went to bed. So he was still asleep when I left, so I'm like, I don't know, I hope he's okay. But I heard him making noises, so probably is. Just resting and enjoying his time. I don't think he was through hiking because he had a lot of stuff with him. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I'm really hoping that there's nobody at Gooseberry because I'd really like to go in the water right away. But you know what? If there's somebody there, that's fine. I'm just gonna say hi and go sit down by the water and have my coffee. I'm not letting anybody stop that. I'm having my coffee. Didn't have any yesterday, having some today. Alright. See you at Gooseberry. I'm like less than a mile from there. Peace. Alright, we made it. Here, West Gooseberry, I think. So, yeah, it's nice little. It's the last time I was here, I took a bath here because it was like almost waist deep. It was like at least up to my mid thighs when I was standing in it. When I was standing in it. So, yeah, it's definitely a different time of year. So, anyway, I'm definitely not soaking here because I'd have to pretty much lay completely down on my back on the rocks to get all the way in the water. So, I will just have coffee here and relax and maybe soak my feet for a little bit, but we'll see. Definitely gonna relax here and have some kofefe though. That sounds really good. So anyway, see you guys probably in a little bit. What's up, guys? I'm still sitting here at the Gooseberry. It's only been like 5 minutes since I talked to you when I got here, but I just wanted to catch up a little bit. Also, by the way, I've tried lots of different instant coffees for hiking. I've tried like obviously Starbucks, which that's kind of what I was going with because it was like the best one that I'd found, even though I didn't like it that much and it was like super expensive. And then I tried the Alpine something, and they sell it at REI. It comes with like creamer mixed in or whatever already. That stuff was absolutely disgusting, and it was like $2 a cup of coffee, so that was ridiculous. And so this time I couldn't find any Starbucks, so I found this Nescafé. I don't know if it's backwards for you guys, but it's Nescafé Taster's Choice. They had like 3 different flavors. I grabbed hazelnut, but this stuff is really good. This stuff is like, I'm getting this from now on forever. It was like, I think I got, I want to say 15 coffees, 15 packets of coffee, and it was $4 or something like that. I know, I couldn't believe it. I thought it was gonna be just like Folgers because I tried the Folgers ones too, and those are no good. You got to use like 2 per cup to make it taste like coffee. These, on the other hand, you do not. These ones are good with one cup. They're really good, so I would highly recommend these. But yeah, so we're just doing a little coffee and some 2 strawberry cream oatmeals. Probably just gonna sit here and enjoy that. I'm not gonna make this video very long because I gotta charge up my phone and then I gotta charge up my Garmin a bit for the rest of the day today and morning tomorrow. So I'm gonna do a little charge in here. But yeah, today's about relaxation, so I'm really looking forward to today because this is exactly the exact same spot I was sitting last year when I was making some videos here, and then I did a soak because I was dirty then too, obviously, like I am now. And I only made it probably a mile and a half or 2 miles down the trail before my knee gave out, and that was the end of my journey. So it feels really good to be sitting here, feeling really good. So, and with a plan that isn't over ambitious for what I can do, feels really good to not feel like I've been on schedule this entire time. I planned my first 5 nights. I wrote down how much mileage and which campsite I was staying at, and I stayed at those campsites and did that mileage every single day so far. And today is actually going to be, I'm not going, I had originally planned going to Blueberry Hill because I was like worried that the same thing as last year might happen. So I didn't want to, you know, I wanted to give myself a couple light days in case something happened earlier or now, so I could kind of take it easy and recover. But I'm going to push like an extra, it's not even that much, like an extra 4 miles or something today to Chapin's Ridge, which is where I was headed when I was sitting here the last time. So yeah, that'll be really nice, because then tomorrow, if I'm at Chapin's Ridge, I can get up at 7 and have a quick Pop-Tart and then just boom my way to Beaver Bay from there. And get to, well, I'll have to look and see what time the Green Door Bar and Grill opens, because that's my first stop, because I know that the post office doesn't open till noon. So I want to get to the Green Door Bar and Grill, charge all my stuff if I can, and eat and drink a couple beers and go grab my food when the post office opens. And then I think I'm trying to stay at Bear Lake if there's not too many people there, which would be really nice, because I've never stayed there, because it's always packed every time I go by there. There's no shot you're getting a sight. Yeah, this is fun. Definitely a little lonely today, but that's okay. I've been just surrounded by people so far this entire time, which is very strange, but it's nice. It's relaxing here. This is just fucking gorgeous. I love it here. It's so beautiful by the Gooseberry. Definitely a good spot. Like Castle Danger, Gooseberry, Crow Creek, that Red Pine Overlook, Raven Rock, all that stuff is amazing, and it's not that hard to hike too, so day hike it, or if you want to backpack it, I mean, it's a good little chunk to do for a weekend backpacking trip. It's beautiful. Get to see stuff the entire time. Anyway, I'm going to charge up my stuff here, enjoy the rest of this breakfast and coffee, and then hit the trail and try and get to, right now it's 10 o'clock, just 4 after, so probably try and get to the Split Rock Wayside and get under that bridge by around like noon to 1, somewhere in there. And then probably spend a couple hours there. I'm gonna swim, and I'm gonna clean all my clothes and dry everything out, and then eat lunch, and then filter up water, and then head out. So probably see you guys there. I don't think there's really anything to show between here and there, so yeah, we'll see you guys at Split Rock most likely. Look at that little grouse over there. I don't know if you can see him anymore. Clucking away. Man, I'll tell you what. This time of year, normally I come up on the North Shore, not to hike. I'm usually long done hiking for the year by now, but I love to come up here in the fall for a little pink salmon and fishing trip and grouse hunting. It's really fun. I mean, that's like literally my favorite thing to do in Minnesota. You just get to, you know, go road hunt for some grouse in the morning or whatever, go fish salmon, get bored of fishing salmon or whatever, you know, you can go walk a trail for some grouse, or you just got options. There's so much to do. I mean, salmon fishing is fun by itself and grouse hunting is fun by itself, but this time of year you get to do both up here, so it's like just an amazing time. And plus usually the colors are changing, so it's just magical up here. Anyway, yeah, so we're getting close to being done walking along Gooseberry, and we're gonna hit the little reroute soon, so yeah, we're chilling. All right, another video here by the Gooseberry. I can't quite get away from the camera right now, but look at this. We got our first sign that says Northern Terminus here, 183.4. So we are underneath the 200 mile mark now to the end, so that's always good to see, you know. It ain't so bad, we're almost halfway. But not halfway in terms of days because I'm slowing down significantly, but hey, halfway in distance, that makes me feel way better. Anyway, so we'll see you at Split Rock probably. Peace. All right, everyone, this is a very special moment for me. Here we are. This is Blueberry Hill Road right here. Last year in May when I dropped out, I came off this little the reroute, and I walked down that way to 61 and got scooped up, and that was the end of the journey for me. But this time, I'm officially further down the trail. So fuck yeah, let's go. A little middle finger to Blueberry Hill Road, no disrespect, but got hard feelings for you. We fucking did it, so now we just gotta do the rest of the trail. Officially further than last year, but we still got, like that sign said, about 170 some miles now to go. So anyway, that feels good. That just, I don't know, it's hard to explain. That just feels really good. So anyway, yeah, we've got a little bit left here today. I looked at the maps basically. Oh, I'll just keep trying to block the sun for you guys. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, I was looking at the maps. The Split Rock Wayside that I'm gonna hike down to and swim and clean and do all that business is almost at Chapin's Ridge. So basically, I'm gonna be done hiking like right after that. So that's actually better in my opinion. Now that I realize that, I don't have to try and get there. It's already like 1 o'clock. So I'm definitely, Jesus, dipping down Blueberry Hill Road. Anyway though, I'm not gonna make it there obviously at 1 o'clock because I'm still not there yet, and I've got a few more miles till that even. So I think what the game plan is for now is I'm just gonna walk till the campsite up here and then sit down and have a couple more snacks and drink some water, and then from there we're gonna just slowly work our way there. We get there when we get there, maybe around 3 would be good. Oh, I'm already at the campsite. Well, let me find a shaded spot here. I did not realize that was a 0.1 walk from the road. Okay, interesting. So here, let me just, there we go. There we go. Just take the sun completely out of the equation. How about that? All right, yeah, so we are gonna take a little resty poo right here and recover a bit. Yeah, this looks nice here. Nice little tree. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. We're feeling pretty good today, though. I mean, we haven't really done much. I think we're about a little over 9 miles on the day now. Well over halfway for the day. I think by the time I get to camp, it'll be like 17-ish around there, with wandering around at the wayside a bit too. So that's good. Yeah, I'm just gonna rest here for a bit, let my feet recover so I can boom the rest of the way to the wayside. That's the plan. Anyway, yeah, so I'll probably see you guys when I make it there to the wayside. And I'm gonna hang out there for a long time apparently, because I have a very short, like 2.5 mile walk to camp from there. So that'll be really nice. That's like 1 hour. I'll just leave myself an hour till like sundown basically. Might even eat dinner down there, who knows? We're just gonna play it how I want. All right, we'll see you guys. All right, everybody. Down here at Split Rock, the beach isn't quite what it used to be underneath the bridge, so I'm kind of sitting up on the side of it in the grass, but we've eaten lunch. I got my clothes over there on a log drying out. I washed everything I had except my pants and the underwear that I'm wearing, and I'm going to be washing the underwear in a second when I go for a swim anyway, so that feels good. Get all those clothes cleaned up. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a swim here. I'm gonna filter some water, drink some water, and lay out on the beach for a bit in the sun and dry out for a minute because I don't want to be wet. And then I'll probably make dinner because I'm not even really full for my lunch, so I'll probably make dinner after I'm done swimming and dried out and things, and then just kind of, hopefully my stuff's kind of dry by then. I'll kind of just get changed and head up. I got like a little bit less than 4 miles to get to Chapin's Ridge, so apparently there's already a couple of women staying there that set up earlier today already, so I have some camp company once again. But yeah, I met up with a guy who's through hiking southbound, so we swapped some info on the trail, and that was nice again to do that. So yeah, So now I'm just gonna go for a swim and dry out for a bit, eat dinner, pack up, get moving, get to camp, set up, eat a snack, maybe have a fire, go to bed. That's the plan. Plenty of time. Today's been a great day. Just relaxing, getting to look at the overlooks, getting to hang out by Lake Superior. All right, peace out. All right, everybody. As I'm sure you saw, went for a dip, had my dinner, lunch and dinner down there on the beach. I got there at 2 o'clock or 2:15, and it's now 5 o'clock, so I was there for almost 3 hours. Felt amazing, cleaned all my clothes, dried everything out. Like I said, had 2 different meals, and now I have less than 4 miles to get to Chapin's Ridge. So that's slick. Roll in there, set up camp, have a snack, I go to bed, and then get up in the morning. I don't know, like I don't even know the mileage to Beaver Bay from there, but not far. And we'll get my resupply, and that'll be amazing. So yeah, we'll catch up with you guys maybe in a little bit before camp. All right, peace. Little Beavy and Gonzo. Morning, everybody. Day 7. Been hiking for about 2 hours on the Cove Point loop, but holy smokes, it has been absolutely stunning this morning. The views the entire way have been absolutely gorgeous. This is just an amazing chunk of trail. I kind of forgot how beautiful it is up here. But yeah, we're less than 2 miles now from Beaver Bay, so going to Tax and Tracks, or something like that. Tax and Tracks, I think. I'm gonna try and snag a picture here at this little clearing. I don't know if I'm gonna get another, so try and snag a picture. But golly, look at this, way up in the air, way up in the air. A lot of elevation. I'm kind of tired, but it's okay. Got beers, I got a burger, got appetizers, a couple other things, resupply. So yeah, this has been a great morning. This is the most picturesque day for sure so far, and I get to see Bean and Bear today too. So maybe stay at Bear Lake campsite if it's not completely packed by the time I roll in there. I don't really know on timing. I'm gonna make sure all my battery banks and everything are full charge before I head out of Beaver Bay. That's the one main priority, along with getting my resupply. So yeah, we're gonna do something like that. Drink some beers. A little early in the day for beers, but you know what? I've already been up since 7, so that's okay. Have a couple beers. I'm on vacation, right? So anyway, I'll talk to you guys with that in the background. How about that? Yeah, so that's the game plan. I'm gonna take a picture here, hustle my ass to Beaver Bay, and sit down and probably spend 3 to 4 hours in Beaver Bay to be completely realistic, because I think I have about like 5 to 7 miles from Beaver Bay to Bear. And if that site's full, it's only like another mile to 3 other sites, so I'm not really concerned about that. So yeah, this is a great day, and I'm really loving it. This is amazing.